Hey guys, welcome to Club Cal Online. I'm Coach Seth. I've got Coach Grace with me today. We're going to take you guys through a lower body mobility class. As far as tools go, you're just going to need a mat and something to roll your lower legs out on. So we have a foam roller today. We also have a tennis ball, a lacrosse ball. At home, you guys might use an Nalgene bottle with some water in it. Lots of different solutions there. So to get started, we're just going to stand on the mat and we're going to start with some squats. We're going to warm the legs up. So 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Just joining Grace here. Just picking our normal squat stance, going as low as you can, standing back up. Nice, Grace. We're looking for the normal stuff with these squats, just knees go right over the middle of the feet. Maybe you don't go as low as Grace goes, go as low as you feel comfortable. You'll probably get lower as you warm up. Couple more reps. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have Grace turn on the mat here, and we're going to do just reverse alternate lunge in place. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. So she's just stepping back, getting her knee close to the floor. Nice, Grace. Same as the squat, you guys might not be squatting quite as deep right away. That's cool. Just give yourself time to warm up. Nice, Grace. And we're not getting too specific. We're just trying to keep the chest up. Keep the hands off the leg so that you're using all legs. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have Grace rotate, and now she's going to stand in the middle of the mat with her feet together, and I'm going to have her step out into a side lunge, back up to the middle, and we're going to alternate side to side. So make sure you've got your foam rollers out of the way. You guys can join at home. Nice, Grace. Side to side. Give yourself a chance to warm up. You're probably not going to go quite as far down as Grace right off the bat, but you'll get lower as you warm up. How are those legs feeling, Grace?
They're good.
We've got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, back to the middle, and now we're going to do curtsy lunges. So she's going to balance on one leg, reach her other leg to the side, back to the middle, and she's going to alternate side to side. You guys can join at home. Nice, Grace. Same as with the other guys, especially this one, warm up. Warm up to it. Don't go all the way on your first reps unless you do this quite a bit. And you might not even get your knee to the ground. That's okay. Nice, Grace. 15 seconds left. And 3, 2, 1. And now I'm going to have Grace go down into a stiff leg bear crawl. She's going to stay right in this area. If you guys have room at home, feel free to wander off with your bear crawl. You can watch Grace do this first. So she's just going to try to keep her legs as straight as she can. She's going to push her heels to the floor. She's going to shrug her shoulders, and she's just going to walk forward on the mat, and then she's going to walk backward on the mat. Again, you guys at home, you can start and you can walk all the way around your room. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice, Grace. We're stepping forward, we're stepping backward. You guys can go sideways, you can rotate. The main focus here is mostly on the legs. So trying to touch the heel to the floor every time you step, to stretch the calf. And we're stretching the hamstrings too with those legs straight. We have 15 seconds left. Making it look really easy to get your heels down. And 3, 2, 1, and release. Cool. So guys, we should have a little bit of blood flow going. Our legs are a little warmed up, but not crazy yet. We're gonna grab our foam rollers, our tennis ball, whatever it is you're gonna roll out with, and we're gonna start with the calf. So you can watch Grace set this up first, and then we'll chat you through it. So she's gonna take one leg, place it on the object, whatever it is, and I want you guys to start down near the ankle. Grace is going to take a little bit of pressure off. You have a lot of options here. You can put your other leg on top if you need a little more pressure, and you can bring your butt off the ground. Grace is going to show a version where that leg's still on the floor. And now I want you guys to slowly roll down. You're bringing the object towards your knee, and she's going to go slower than she wants to. You guys can join us at home. 3, 2, 1, and begin. You're going to go all the way to the knee, and then you're going to slowly make your way back to your ankle. If you find a spot that sucks, I want you to stay there. Did you find a spot yet? Mm-hmm. And I want you to relax, breathe, and I want you to try to relax your calf muscle and just sink into whatever that is you're rolling on. I know you don't want to do that, but this is what's going to help. How you doing?
It sucks. I'm good.
So you guys at home, you're just going to go at your own pace. Slowly one direction, slowly the other. If you don't find anything, you can turn your foot one direction and then work your way up and back down. And then when we are done with that, we're going to turn the foot the other way. So you're just rolling the outside of the calf, the inside of the calf, and straight on the calf. We've got 30 seconds left. Keep going at your pace. Maybe you found a spot that sucked and you're still hanging out there trying to get it to relax. And so Grace is doing a version where her butt's on the ground, but both of her legs are crossed. Lots of options here. The maximum is legs crossed with your hips off the ground. Is it relaxing?
No. It's really intense.
The goal is to find a trigger point and press into it until the muscles start to relax.
I mean, a little bit, but it's still really intense.
Okay. That reaction might take up to 30 seconds of just constant pressure in order for the muscle to relax. 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's switch to the other calf. That was 90 seconds. We're going to do the same thing on the other leg. Again, start near the ankle or up by the knee and just slowly work your way one direction. You guys will probably notice a difference. One side might be better or a little bit more triggered. So today, we're going to use foam rolling to loosen up the tight tissues, and then we're going to, it's going to open into a new range of motion, a little bit deeper into our movements. And then we're going to use the muscles that we roll out. And if you guys roll out at home, I recommend you do the same thing. Roll out and then use that tissue to do something. For example, rolling your calves out is a great thing to do before you squat. It gives you a little more range of motion in your ankles, and then you build strength in that new range, and hopefully over time you make a lasting change. How you doing?
Good. Lots of tight spots.
You haven't even needed to really turn it yet, huh?
No, just hanging out.
The goal is long-term that maybe this improves. Maybe you find less painful spots over time the next time you do it. But in my experience, you can always find something that's a little bit tough. What I don't want you guys to do is just roll up and down like a rolling pin. Just fast. I want you guys to go slow, just as Grace is doing. I know that's not what you want to do, but again, that's what'll be good for you. 3, 2, 1, and release. So we're going to stay in the same position, but now we're going to take our object and we're going to place it up here higher. If you've been doing this with a ball, it might be tough to get a ball into your hamstrings. You can do it on a raised surface with a ball on it. But otherwise, a bigger object works better for the hamstrings. So Grace is going to do the same thing she just did, slower. She's going to go a little bit slower. And yep, she can cross her legs over. She's balanced on her hands, and she's just trying to put her full weight into her hamstrings. So now we're rolling from the glutes to the top of the knee. And you can go right up onto the glute if you want to when you get back. So I like to think of it that I'm rolling right down the middle, then I roll down one side, just off from the middle, and then down the other side. And usually you can find something. Did you find something?
I did, yeah.
Nice. When you find something that sucks, put some weight onto it, breathe, and relax that muscle. Try not to fight against it. Imagine you were getting some massage work done and they found a spot that was rough. You wouldn't tense that muscle. They would tell you to breathe and relax that muscle to their press. Same idea. Of course, if you can just go get a massage, do that. That's even more effective than this. So Grace is rotating her leg. You guys are doing whatever works for you at home, finding those spots, searching. Rolling is a good thing as a warm-up as well because it kind of tunes you into how your body's feeling that day as well. Like after this, Grace is going to have an idea of how her hamstrings feel, how her calves feel, and that'll change day to day. 3, 2, 1, let's switch to the other leg. Another 90 seconds. Same idea. Maybe things are feeling really rough and you keep that other leg on the floor and you take a little pressure off of it. Totally okay. Find any spots on this one?
My hamstrings are okay. It's the
Quads?
side.
We're saving the best for last. Quads. You can usually find some spots in the quads. So just keep going at home, guys. Find a spot like Grace just did. Sink into it. Don't forget to breathe. And we have 30 seconds left on this hamstring. Or hamstrings. We're just about there, guys. 10 more seconds. Keep exploring. And don't forget, you guys can go right up to the glutes as well. Grace didn't really get there because she was finding so much in her hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. One more big muscle group. We're going to hit our quads. I'm going to have Grace flip over onto her stomach. We're going to do one quad at a time, just like we did with the hamstrings. So just keep that other leg off to the side. You can come to the side of this, Grace, a little bit more. Yep. So one leg is on it, one leg is off. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Go slow. You'll probably be able to find something on this one. And when you do, relax. Grace has the other leg on the floor to take a little pressure off. Maybe you cross your legs and so you put your full lower body weight onto that quad. That's if you're not feeling a whole lot. If you're not feeling anything, it might be that you're tensing your quad against the weight. So check in with yourself. See if you're relaxing all those quad muscles. And if not, you just have really good tissues. Fantastic. You found a spot, eh? So again, breathe into it. It might take 30 seconds for that muscle to relax. Once it's relaxed, you move on, nice and slow.
My arms are tired.
Yes, there's a lot of work on the arms. Yep. Just trying to hold your body up. So Grace has only made it just down the middle, but maybe you guys made it down the middle and then you started on one side and then you move into that other side. If you didn't get to an area, that's cool. You'll get it next time. 3, 2, 1, other leg. I'm going to help Grace push this to the side. This is our last bit of rolling, guys, 90 more seconds. You can get started. And then we're going to stand up and start moving around. Do you roll your legs very often?
No.
Never?
No, but obviously I need to. But this is why I don't roll them.
Right. It's rough. Rolling is rough. You guys will notice though, when you stand up, I'll have you do a couple squats and you may notice things feel better. They feel a little bit looser. Again, this is a temporary change. So we're not making any lasting change by rolling like this. We're making a temporary neurological opportunity to use that new range, build strength in that new range. That's what creates a lasting change. If you roll every day and it feels good and you just enjoy it, cool, keep doing it. Found a spot? Mm-hmm. We've got 30 seconds left. Don't forget to breathe. Check in, see if you're holding your breath, see if you're tensing your muscles against the object you're rolling on. In 3, 2, 1, and break. Nice. We are done with rolling. I think that's going to make Grace happy. Got this guy. All right, I'm going to have you guys stand up, and we're just going to take another set of squats just to see how the legs are feeling. So find that same stance you did earlier. 3, 2, 1, down we go. One of my favorite parts about rolling is the ankles. It really helps me to get my knees forward when I squat. Makes my squat just feel easier. How's it feel?
The ankles definitely feel better.
Ankles a little looser?
Yeah.
Cool. Got about 10 seconds left here. And 3, 2, 1. I'm going to have you guys squat all the way to the bottom. We're going to hang out there for a little bit. So we're going to turn the focus toward one leg. We're going to start with Grace's right leg. So she can do whatever she needs to with her other leg. She can bring the heel up a little bit if she wants. But what we're going to do is focus on this side. She's going to rotate her hip out and try to get onto the outside of her foot. And then she's going to rotate it in as far as it goes. She can go all the way to the floor. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And she's just going to go back and forth. We're going to do that for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and begin. So as she goes out, she can go pretty far. I was doing this earlier. I feel a stretch on the inside of my leg for sure. You guys probably will as well. And again, there's 2 parts to this focus. Rotating the hip as far as it goes and trying to get onto the outside and then the inside of the foot. So we're loading the ankle a little bit. Nice, Grace. Grace is staying on her flat foot on the other one, but you might be here where this heel is up and then you're rotating. That's okay too. You can put your hands on the floor if you need to. 3, 2, 1, and now we're switching to the other leg. Try not to come out of that squat, just try to go right into the other leg. We're spending quite a bit of time down there. Nice, Grace. One side of the foot, other side of the foot. Especially when you go to the outside of the foot, you can feel the muscles on your outside hip, on the side of your booty, squeezing and trying to pull the knee out. That's that work I was talking about. How those hips feeling?
Good. This feels great.
Awesome. Got 10 seconds left, guys. You may not be as low as Grace is right now. This same thing can be accomplished from this higher position where we're just rotating as much as we can. 3, 2, 1, and release. Stand it up, shake those legs out. And now I'm gonna have you guys move toward a wall. I forgot to mention that in the beginning, but if you have a wall with empty stuff, I'm gonna have you walk over next to it. If you don't have a wall, you're just gonna pretend like there's one in front of you. So Grace is going to stand facing the wall. She's gonna put her arms up into a Y shape. If you're really good at this, you can bring the hands even closer. She's gonna find her squat stance, and she's gonna squat down as low as she can, trying to keep her hands, her face, her chest off the wall. You guys can join at home. 3, 2, 1, and go. Nice, Grace. I'm gonna have you guys just look straight forward. This is actually an overhead squat with no weight, but it's a very big mobility, full body mobility exercise. As you guys squat down, I want you to push your knees out so the knees are going right over the middle of the feet, just like in our warm-up. Nice, Grace. To get down as low as you can, let the knees travel forward as long as there's no knee pain. If there is any knee pain or any hip pain or anything, you're just gonna stop before it and come back up. We have 3, 2, 1, and stand it up. Where do you feel it the most?
My shoulders.
Shoulders mostly? Yeah. So it's a leg mobility class, but that definitely involves the upper body. We're back to our mat, guys. We're gonna go down into the squat rotations for one more round. All right, guys, down into your squat. Choose a leg, doesn't matter which, and here we go. Rotate in and out. 3, 2, 1, and go. So Grace has her hands on the floor this round a little bit.
It's tiring.
It's tiring. It's tough. There's a lot of work going on when you're down in this low squat. Nice, Grace. Nice, Grace. She's still trying to go to the one side of the foot as far as she can go, other side of the foot as far as she can go. 3, 2, 1, and we're switching legs. Nice, Grace. Again, guys, doesn't matter what the other leg's doing. The focus is on this leg that's moving. Can you still get to the outside blade? You might have to bring the foot a little bit farther forward. And you can come up onto the other toe. You can raise the heel if you need to.
I think I was just getting lazy.
Grace is getting lazy.
Getting lazy with it. There we go.
15 seconds. It's a lot of time in a low squat. Hang in there. If you guys are up higher and this is even more of a working position, you can put your hand on something to hold you up like a chair. 3, 2, 1. Stand it up. Shake those legs out. We're going back to the wall. It's our last round of squats, and then we're going to spend some time in a lunge coming up. All right, arms up. 3, 2, 1, and squat. The closer you get to the wall, the tougher this becomes. You're gonna wanna bring your legs out, but try to keep them in whatever squat stance you usually use. If you don't do a lot of squats, it's just somewhere just outside of the shoulders for most of us. Nice, Grace. If you're truly mobile and you want a really good challenge, bring the legs and the feet all the way together. I've definitely met a lot of people that can do that. Sorry, not a lot, a few, but it's really challenging. 10 seconds more. We're still looking straight forward. We're still pulling our arms away from the wall. We're still trying to keep our chest up, and we're going as low as we can. 3, 2, 1, and release. Whew. Done with wall squats? Yeah. All right, we're going back to the mat. Last thing we're going to do today, guys, is a superset between a very specific lunge split squat, and we're going to do some calf raises. So watch Grace do this first, and I'll tell you the cues. She's going to go into a split squat or lunge, call it what we want. And now she's going to lower herself toward her front leg, and there's 3 things I want you guys to focus on. You can go ahead and just start going. 1, I want you to try to keep your chest up and your hands off your leg. 2, I want you to try to keep your back leg as straight as you can get it. 3, I want you to push your front knee as far forward of your toes as you can, and you can lift your heel a little bit. You see Grace is doing there. And then you're going to come back up. You guys can join at home. We have 1 minute per side. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Almost a minute. So guys, this is a really low lunge. It's really far forward. And we've all been taught to never push our knees in front of our toes. That is the case if you have any kind of knee pain. Then I do want you to minimize your distance and keep your knee from going forward. But otherwise, it's safe to train as long as you can handle it, you yourself. So listen to your own ankle, knees, hips, and go as far down as you feel comfortable. In real life, we get our knees in front of our toes a lot, so we should train it in a safe environment. We've got 5 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and release. I'm going to have you guys switch legs. How'd it go?
This feels good. My ankle.
Awesome. All right, guys, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Again, we're thinking of those 3 cues. Chest up, back leg as straight as you can get it, front leg way forward. Her goal is to try to touch her glute to her heel at the bottom of this position. She's stretching her ankle. She's also stretching the front of her rear leg. That's why we include this in a mobility class. We could easily add weight and call this a strength movement, but we're focused on range of motion today, and that's why we're going to categorize it as mobility. Got 10 seconds left, guys. Good reps. Take your time. Grace is going really slow. She's staying in. I spoke too soon. So say she's in great control. 3, 2, 1, and release. Boom. I'm gonna have you guys stand up. I promised you calf raises. Head back to the wall or have something to put your hand on. Grace is just gonna put her hand on the wall. And we're gonna focus on single leg calf raises. About 45 seconds. I'm gonna have Grace go as high as she can and back down. 3, 2, 1, and begin. Single leg calf raise. If you guys at home have something that you can raise your foot up on, maybe like a big textbook or a yoga block, something like that, feel free. Today we're just doing it flat on the floor. If you raise your toes up, you're able to drop your heel at the bottom and you'll get a nice calf stretch. I'd prefer more range of motion if you can get it. Nice, Grace. I want you guys to go as slow and controlled as Grace is doing here. She's really trying to get as high as she can, maximal contraction of her calf. And she's controlling it on the way down, which is really tough to do. 3, 2, 1, switch feet. 3, 2, 1, and go. Now, since we're doing this in a mobility class, I want you guys to try to get as high as you can, way up on the toes. And again, if you have your toes raised, go as low as you safely can. You're going to feel a stretch at the bottom. How are those calves feeling?
Good.
Did you do calf raises today? Cool. We're getting there, guys. About 10 more seconds. Nice, Grace. Good range. 3, 2, 1. Release that. Shake out the legs and the ankles. Back to the mat. One more time of each, guys. You're almost there. Find that split squat.
Back here.
Cool.
It's a little slippery on the mat.
And 3, 2, 1, and go. One of the main things I see people do with this is they choose a stance that is too long, too wide, and then they're not able to get their knee forward very much. So you might have to shorten your distance between your feet a little bit in order to get that front knee forward. Nice, Grace. Again, that front heel can come up a little bit in the bottom of that position, just maximizing the stretch in the calf and the soleus. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, switching legs. All right, guys, down we go. Chest up, back leg as straight as you can get it, front knee as far forward as you safely can. If you're barefoot, you're going to notice this is a little tougher. If you're wearing shoes with a heel, it'll be a little easier to get farther into it. Same thing for the squat stuff we did today. Nice, Grace. Feeling those quads yet?
And as a stretch?
Yeah, or working in that front leg.
A little bit.
Be strong.
I'm going slow enough that it's not too bad.
3, 2, 1, and release that, guys, back to the wall or holding on to something. Single leg calf raises. 3, 2, 1, and up we go. Nice, Grace. Nice and slow, getting as high as we can. Getting tougher?
Yeah, that end range is hard.
Yep. 10 more seconds, guys. Still try to squeeze as much range out of this as you can. 3, 2, 1, switching legs. This is the last bit of work, guys. 3, 2, 1, and raises. Go a little bit slower than you want to go. It's much easier just to cruise through it and do less range of motion. Hang in there. Think this will make a calf sore?
It might.
10 seconds, guys. And 3, 2, 1. Release that leg down. We're just going to do a simple calf stretch to finish. We're going to stay on the wall. I'm going to have Grace just push her hands into the wall, bring both of her feet back. You want to just do one at a time?
Sure.
Yep, let's just do one at a time. So just push one leg back, pushing that heel toward the floor. And we're going to spend about 30 seconds here. So this other leg is just there for balance, but she's pushing a lot of weight through here. If you want to make it more intense, bring your foot farther away from the wall. And of course, less intense, bring it a little closer. How's that feel?
Amazing. That's good.
So giving the calves a lot of attention today. We've rolled them out, we've worked them, and now we're stretching them here at the end. 3, 2, 1, and switch legs. If your arms are getting tired, you guys can just go into like a forearm plank against the wall. That version works too. Last 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, and release that. Nice job, Grace.
Thanks.
Boom. Good work, guys. That's it for today, and we'll see you guys next time.